safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
Well, I think the only way the story will go away is if he leaves Royal Lodge, goes into exile abroad with his ex-wife, and is basically stripped of all his honours, including Prince Andrew. I think people find it pretty appalling that, he's given up a dukedom, but he's still Prince Andrew. He should be an ordinary citizen. I think also there are good questions about whether he should be investigated by the authorities. National Crime Agency wanted to do this 20 years ago. I think that there's a case for the Met to reopen any investigations they have and to be open now about whether they actually properly investigated him the 3 occasions that they claim they did so. The members of the royal family are not above the law, and I think it's time that perhaps the authorities realise that.
Welcome to Sussexful. I'm your host, Emma, and before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, today's story is heating up. Major TV voices are calling for a proper investigation into King Charles, Prince William, and Princess Kate amid the ongoing Prince Andrew drama, and many say it's about justice for Harry. The plot is thickening right before our eyes. Harry's UK visit, Trump's arrival with that Epstein video, Harry's return from Ukraine, Meghan's surprise Paris trip, their stops in New York, D.C., and now the U.S. Congress releasing Epstein files allegedly naming Andrew. It all connects. Harry was telling the truth in his book, and this looks like a well-coordinated operation with skilled people behind him. While police may not act, the court of public opinion grows stronger. The more we speak out, the harder it becomes for the royal family to hide without reputational damage. The FBI should investigate, because history shows how the palace protected Andrew, from the buried ABC interview with Virginia Giuffre to Andrew lobbying for Epstein's lighter sentence. The truth is unfolding, and the world is finally watching. Don't forget to share your thoughts below and stay Sussexful. The unraveling royal scandal. The latest revelations regarding the royal family's involvement in the Epstein scandal have sent shockwaves through the public. King Charles, along with Prince William, Kate Middleton, and the disgraced Prince Andrew, now find themselves at the center of a maelstrom of allegations and public scrutiny. The connections between the royals and the convicted sex offender Epstein are becoming increasingly difficult to deny, with damning evidence surfacing from various sources. The situation has only been exacerbated by Prince Harry's tell-all memoir, which has further lifted the veil on the inner workings of the monarchy. It appears that a well-orchestrated operation is now in motion, with Harry's strategic movements and the recent release of Epstein's files by the U.S. Congress serving to keep the pressure on the royal family. While the police may be reluctant to take direct action against the powerful institution, the court of public opinion is rapidly turning against the royals. The more the public demands answers and accountability, the harder it will become for the monarchy to conceal the truth and protect its own, no matter how deep the connections run. The allegations against the royal family. The calls for a proper investigation into King Charles, Prince William, Kate, and Prince Andrew have only grown louder amidst the ongoing Epstein scandal. There are serious allegations of a concerted cover-up and protection of Prince Andrew, who has long been tied to the disgraced financier. The public demands answers, as the stakes continue to rise with the release of damning new Epstein files by the U.S. Congress. It seems Harry was right all along in his telling of the truth, and this may be part of a well-planned operation to expose the rot at the heart of the monarchy. The FBI and the U.S. must now step in to investigate, as the British authorities have shown an unwillingness to hold the royals accountable. The court of public opinion may prove to be the ultimate arbiter, as the more these allegations are brought to light, the harder it will be for the royal family to maintain their tarnished reputation. The tangled web of Prince Andrew's Epstein connections. Prince Andrew's ties to the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein have long been a source of controversy and scrutiny. Allegations have surfaced that the prince actively lobbied the U.S. government, seeking a more lenient sentence for Epstein during his 2008 conviction for soliciting prostitution from a minor. This raises serious questions about the extent of Prince Andrew's involvement with Epstein and whether he leveraged his royal influence to shield his associate from the full consequences of his crimes. The release of Epstein-related files by the U.S. Congress has only served to further fuel suspicions, as the public demands a thorough and impartial investigation into Prince Andrew's actions and the potential cover-up by the royal family. With Harry's revelations in his memoir and the court of public opinion weighing heavily, the pressure mounts for the FBI and other authorities to leave no stone unturned in uncovering the truth behind this tangled web of scandal. The media's role in the ongoing royal family saga has become, well, increasingly complex and contentious. The recent ABC interview with Virginia Giuffre, where she made some pretty damning allegations against Prince Andrew, has thrust this whole issue right back into the spotlight. But then, the palace responded in a really heavy-handed way, threatening to restrict media access to the royal family, including William and Kate, and honestly, that's just made things even more heated. This kind of approach from the palace has definitely raised some eyebrows, with a lot of folks wondering why they'd go to such lengths to try and silence the media. And then, the revelations from the Epstein files, which were just released by the U.S. Congress, have only added more fuel to the fire, showing clear connections between Prince Andrew and the disgraced financier. Now, the public is demanding answers, and honestly, the court of public opinion might just turn out to be a powerful force in this whole unfolding drama. As the pressure keeps building, the royal family's attempts to cover up or downplay these allegations are starting to look more and more untenable. The FBI in the U.S. really ought to take a closer look at Prince Andrew's dealings with Epstein, and the public, well, they deserve a thorough and transparent investigation into just how much the royal family knew and how involved they might have been in these sordid affairs. Prince Harry's explosive memoir Spare has, thrust the truth about the inner workings of the royal family right into the limelight, totally shattering that carefully curated image the palace has tried to maintain for so long. Harry's recent visits to the UK, Ukraine, and the US have only stoked the public's curiosity even more, as he keeps speaking out against the alleged mistreatment he and his wife Meghan have faced. What's really interesting is the timing of all this. It lines up with the release of those new Epstein files implicating Prince Andrew, who's actually Harry's uncle, in the ongoing scandal. A lot of people are starting to speculate that Harry's actions might be part of a well-orchestrated plan to push for accountability and justice, not just for himself, but for the whole royal family. Even with the palace trying to shield Andrew from more scrutiny, the court of public opinion is proving to be, well, a pretty powerful force. As more folks echo Harry's calls for a proper investigation, the pressure on the royals to address these issues head-on just keeps on mounting. The FBI in the U.S. should really listen to these demands and take a closer look at all the evidence, no matter what threats the palace has made in the past about limiting access. At this point, it seems like the truth just can't be contained any longer. Meghan Markle's unexpected trip to Paris has sparked widespread speculation and intrigue within royal circles. The Duchess of Sussex's decision to make a surprise visit to the French capital, without her husband Prince Harry by her side, has fueled rumors of a potential rift, or maybe even some strategic maneuvering within the royal family. While the official reason for Meghan's trip remains elusive, the sheer unpredictability of her movements has left royal watchers and the public alike eagerly anticipating the unveiling of her true intentions. The court of public opinion holds immense sway over the royal family's reputation, and honestly, it is crucial that the public continues to speak out and demand accountability. As the plot thickens with the ongoing drama surrounding King Charles, Prince William, Kate, and the allegations against Prince Andrew, the need for thorough investigations and transparency has never been more pressing. The recent revelations, including Harry's visit to the United Kingdom, Trump's arrival with video footage linking him to Epstein, and the release of Epstein files by the United States Congress, have only amplified the calls for justice. It is clear that Harry was telling the truth in his book, and the public must remain vigilant in their efforts to uncover the truth. The FBI in the United States should take the lead in investigating these matters, as the royal family has long shielded Prince Andrew from scrutiny. The public's voice, though often dismissed, has the power to hold the institution accountable and ensure that no stone is left unturned in the pursuit of justice. The call for the FBI to investigate Prince Andrew has been growing louder as the Epstein scandal continues to unfold. With the recent release of more damning evidence, it is clear that the royal family's attempts to shield the Duke of York from scrutiny can no longer be sustained. The American public, and indeed the global community, deserve a thorough, impartial investigation into Prince Andrew's connections to the late Jeffrey Epstein and any potential criminal wrongdoing. The FBI, with its renowned investigative capabilities, is uniquely positioned to delve into the matter and uncover the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be for the British monarchy. Only through a rigorous and transparent inquiry can justice be served and the public's trust in the integrity of those in positions of power be restored. The well-planned nature of the events and movements of the royal family members, particularly Prince Harry and the Duke of York, has certainly raised eyebrows. It appears that there is a carefully orchestrated web of interactions, visits, and connections that paint a complex picture. From Harry's recent return to the United Kingdom, followed by Trump's arrival with reported video footage linking him to the Epstein scandal, to Meghan's surprise trip to Paris, the movements of the royals seem to be intricately linked. The release of the Epstein files by the United States Congress, containing information about Prince Andrew, further adds fuel to the fire, seemingly validating Harry's account in his memoir. It is evident that these events are not mere coincidences, but rather a carefully curated sequence of actions that may be aimed at exposing the truth and holding the royal family accountable. The court of public opinion will undoubtedly play a crucial role in this unfolding drama, and the more these concerns are voiced, the harder it will be for the royal family to conceal any wrongdoing.